Hi, my name is Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Porsche Panamera. Then I'll take you for a ride in it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a 3-litre TD V6 Tiptronic S, 2012 on a 62 plate, has done 33,680 miles, was first registered on the 13th of the 11th 2012. Fuel economy, urban 34.9 miles per gallon. Extra urban 50.4 miles per gallon, which I'm sure you'll agree is very, very good, if you can achieve that, that is. Combined is 43.5 miles per gallon. 0 to 60 time of 6.8 seconds, a top speed of 150 miles per hour out of a 250 brake horsepower, 24 valve engine. The extras this car has: metallic paint, £777 new, privacy glass, £320, adaptive air suspension, £2,379, electric seats with driver memory, £1,222, Bose surround sound system, £825, power operated rear hatch, £445, bi-xenon headlamps, £765, dashboard trim package in leather, £720, heated multifunction steering wheel, £182, 20-inch RS Spider design alloy wheels, £2,185, preparation for mobile phone with Bluetooth, £445, universal audio interface, £227. Has a full service history and it's an absolutely beautiful car. First day back off holiday today. Unfortunately, I've got to apologise for the unusual angle that I'm filming it from. It's not that I've got taller while I'm on holiday, I've just forgotten to bring my tripod this morning. So I've got my camera, about £5 worth of camera equipment, stacked up on a few stones and stuff like that. So anyway, back to the car. So, first day back from holiday. You get the holiday blues. Been sat by a pool for 2 weeks, you come back and you've got to come into work. And I've got to say, this morning, to be fair, it was a pleasure. This car is absolutely beautiful. It's such good value for money. Again, I always say you could pay a lot more and not get a car that drives as good. You could pay £100,000 and not get a car that drives as good as this. It's mint, it's got a fantastic service history, great spec, great colour combination. And on the way up here, there's quite a long straight and then a roundabout. And whenever I go around this roundabout, you always feel like sometimes you're just trying to turn the steering wheel like so. It was if you're on the straight. The suspension is so good. As I say, it's beautiful to drive. Normally I would drive this in the country here where I bring them to photograph. But I think what I'm going to do is go back to my old test route on this and do a bit of dual carriageway, a bit of motorway and a few country lanes as well, just to show you exactly how it does drive. So we've got the xenon headlamps with high pressure headlamp wash, front parking sensors, the low chin spoiler, the coloured all important Porsche badge and the fantastic engine. I must remember to cut a video of the engine. It's mint. The car was cleaned. Well, it was cleaned 2 days ago in preparation for me coming back off holiday, but it's just a bit dusty now. But I can assure you it's absolutely mint inside and out. It's got over mats on inside as well, and even the mats are like new. And bearing in mind this is like a 9-year-old car, it's a credit to its previous owner. Got the 20-inch alloys, has the coloured centres. In fairness, a new set of coloured centres would improve it. That's about the only thing I can see on the car. There's just a bit of flaking on them, but you can get them off eBay. They're not that expensive. The little vents here, got power folding door mirrors, de-chromed, so in keeping with the kind of stealth look. As I say, it's a beautiful car. It's one thing I did notice, it feels very, very wide on the road. That's one of the reasons I don't particularly want to take it through these country lanes, because they do get a bit narrow, and I think you'll get the better idea, you know, just going on normal roads. So we've got the power open boot, and in case I forget to mention it, those fancy keys. The roller blind cover comes up with the tailgate Plenty of room in the back. Over here we've got a power socket too. The back seats fold down. Really, really nicely finished. Brushed aluminium over the lock mechanism here. It's got an inflation kit in the back, and it's also got a huge Bose subwoofer situated under the carpet there, and it goes through you. When there's a record with plenty of bass on it, it absolutely goes through you. It's a great system. There you go, there's the power closing. We've got the rear parking sensors and the deployable rear spoiler. That'll go up and down from a switch, or I think it comes up, you know, when you get to like 75, so the cops know that you're speeding. Porsche have a separate kind of body, the Porsche design side of things, and they take other people's designs and improve on them. And in here, it's fantastic. It really is. It's only a 4-seater. The seats are really, really comfortable. But even the armrests, I'll try and remember to video those as well. The armrest is here, and then just at the back, just here, there's an extension of the armrest. I mean, there's no need to do it, but it just finishes it off. You've got these aluminium air vents here, more air vents up here, a coat hook there, your lights, this lovely piano black inset, and again aluminium door handle along here. It's first time I've sat in the back of this, but what we've got here, that's a cup holder. And what's these? Right, so here you've got a power socket. You've also got is that an actual cigarette light? Yeah, you've got a cigarette lighter there, and another cup holder there. What's here? Cubby hole. That's about it. So it's really, really nice and well finished, and it's a lovely environment to be a passenger in. I wish I'd remember my tripod, because then you might be able to see a better angle. The seats are sculptured. The no messing about with the headrests up and down. It's all part of the seat, and it's just like being not that I've ever been in a private jet, but it's just like what I would imagine it's like to be in a private jet. It's beautiful, unmarked. Everywhere's unmarked. It's like jumping in a new car in Parker and Parker's. Lovely vehicle. As I'm getting out here, I just noticed that the hinges, they're not like ordinary car hinges where they're welded to the door and then somebody bangs a pin through them. They're a proper engineering work of art. It's that really, again, is a real good design. You've also got the paint protection film on the back here, so you don't get any chips from the front wheels from stones kicked up. And you've got this sill extension there. I'll just take you for a ride in it. 2 weeks off, completely out of the swing of it. Forgot my tripod, and I've just recorded this video in 60 frames a second, so I'm going to have to do a little bit more editing when I get home. That's the key two of these. We've got a white and a red one. It's like a socket on the dashboard, foot on the brake, and then turn on. We've got here, well, I'll just read this out. The 16th of 12th 2014, 15,480 miles, Porsche Centre, Colchester, including brake fluid. 16th of 11th 2017, 24,694 miles, Porsche Centre, East London, including brake fluid. 9th of the 5th 2019, at 30,304 miles, Porsche Centre, Kendal, aircon condenser, so that wants a service. 19th of the 5th 2020, 31,366 miles, Porsche Centre, Preston, including brake fluid. And then on the 10th of the 2nd 2021, at 32,035 miles, Porsche Centre, Preston, visual vehicle health check. The brake fluid thing, I don't suppose a lot of people know, but brake fluid is hygroscopic and it absorbs water. If you're meant to change it every 12 months, what happens, certainly on a car like this, probably on a normal car it wouldn't matter too much, but on a performance car, when the brakes get red hot, any water in the system turns to steam. Steam can be compressed because it's a gas. So you put your foot on the brake and all of a sudden you've got no brakes because you're compressing the steam and not the brake fluid. So it is important in a car like this to have it done. So I went through all the spec before. I'll try and remember it as we're going, but if not, just go back to what I said at the beginning. What I'm going to do here, we've got here, you can, on the dash here, if I click that, high level selected. Now we're on a really rough car park, so I'm just going to select high level and then we'll go. I'll do a bit of this country lane first and then I'll do the motorway and dual carriageway and so on, because it's kind of an Autobahn stormer. This it's a Grand Tourer, not particularly a car that you'd take out in the country. It's a car that when you want to get from one place to another quickly and in comfort, and up the motorways, just deciding which way to go. I suppose I should try and get some drone shots, so I will go this way. Here we go. I'll just give it some gas when we get around this corner, just to show you. But the high level's deactivated now. You've got the suspension here. You've got sport there. You can click it into sport, holds it in gear longer. What's going on here? I'm sure this chair's moved. So the suspension there, PASM, comfort, sport, sport plus. Comfort's fine. It's I think the others, if you were taking it on a track or something, or you were on a long flat motorway, then perhaps, and you were absolutely gunning it, and that's why you don't go too fast on country lanes. Let's just, no, I'm not going to go fast, because the grass has got pretty high now, and you can't see if there's any sheep or animals at the side. So I'll just go on. I'll do a bit of drone footage so you can see what it looks like from the air and from other people's perspective. And then I'll take it on the motorway and switch the cameras back on. But here, there you go, you've got paddle shift, you've got the power folding door mirrors, which won't go in because we're going too fast. Knock the selector over like so, change up, change down. But I think it's an 8-speed gearbox, so good. Now, I think I've gone off Porsches a bit, but this drives quite a lot like a Range Rover. It's a lot smoother, I would say, than the real sport suspension. Perhaps not as harsh as the Cayenne either, so you're not getting all this feedback through the steering wheel. It's nice and quiet. As I say, great specification, very economical too. Feels like a very, very wide car. Mr. Pheasant there just deciding to cross the road at that particular moment. Get out there, oh dear. Not a good day in the country for wildlife today. It is a really, really beautiful car. The one thing I did notice on the way up here, it feels like the front front offside wheel. The tracking is slightly out. You can just feel it through the steering wheel. Just feels like it's like trying to go along the road just a little bit sideways. So by the time you get to see this vehicle, it's worn the tyre on the edge. We will have a new tyre on it, and it will drive. I mean, it drives fantastic now, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely superb. Certain death corner here. A retired couple there enjoying the day with an early start. Beautiful part of the world here. Yeah, so we'll have a new tyre on it, so it'll be absolutely perfect. But if you've got a private plate, this car looks like it's just come out of the showroom and you've just bought yourself a 100 grand car or something. This is all too much for me these days. I love the way it looks, and obviously once you get used to it, muscle memory, and it becomes second nature. You know, you can like feel whereabouts the switch is going to be without taking your eyes off the road. But I mean, it looks fantastic. But you know, we've got heated seats. That's the deployable rear spoiler. You can knock the spoiler up and down using that switch. There you've got your suspension, your height adjustment, your stability management or traction control, heated seats. You have got, which again I do like, and you can do it, it's dead easy. There you go, two switches. The one on the left is the fan, and the one on the right is the temperature gauge. And as I've said in previous videos, I don't know why they put a digital display on the temperature gauges these days. It's not like you just think, oh, I want to be at 23.5 degrees centigrade today. You just turn it up till you're warm enough or cool enough, don't you? So it just goes like the wind. It's so economical too, according to the funny thing is, John's actually been using this while I've been away, and it was bone dry, which is unusual, to be fair, for him to leave a car bone dry. But I was coming up here and I said, like, you know, John's, I can't be trusted with money, so John has the petty cash and does everything like that. And I says, oh, petrol for diesel for the Porsche. I'm going to video it tomorrow. And he gave me 20 quid, and I thought, that's not going to wet the bottom of the tank, but it is. I put 30 quid's worth in because I didn't want to be stopping for fuel again. But it's remarkably economical. It really is. It's very, very good. Now I'm going to go down this way, do some drone footage, and then take it on its natural habitat, the motorway and some dual carriageway. I was pleasantly surprised, I have to say, coming up this morning here. Very, very quiet and smooth, nice. Lovely day as well. Always makes it better, and it's quite funny really, because I don't know whether anybody else notices, but some cars you get in, and I have my all my music on my iPhone, and you set it to shuffle. Sometimes it plays a load of tracks that you liked at the time, but you can take or leave now.
And this morning on the way up here, it played all my favourite tracks. So it's got like it's also got a magical sound system. And we've got navigation there, we can click. There you go. You can click the sat nav on. We've got cruise control, which I'll try and remember to show you on the motorway as well. That's just there. Your electronic windows or electric window switches there. 3-position electric memory seats here. Height and reach adjustable steering wheel from a lever, and then just at the back here where it says airbag and the centre spoke, there's a little switch on the back, and if you click that, heated steering wheel on. That is the best accessory ever. I forgot to show you all the service invoices as well. We've got a stack of service invoices or invoices to match everything I've just told you, which is always, it's great to see. You can't beat a stamped service book, which we've got, and the bills to back it up. I always go on about service history and digital service history being stupid and a waste of time and not worth the paper it's written on. And somebody said, well, somebody left a comment the other day on my YouTube site, which they quickly retracted when I said this should be in prison along with a garage. But he said, you know, service stamps are a waste of time, because if you're like me, you just go in the local garage and they let you use the stamp. Well, you know, in my opinion, they should be short. But it's also easy enough to buy a stamp off eBay. However, what we do, if we haven't got the invoices, we ring the garages and we ask, you know, and if it's just been stamped, then they've got no record. Because we still come across the odd garage that they've no computer or anything like that, and but mostly the people that have no computer, they've got it all up here and they remember the car. So that's good. Right, I'll see you in a short while. I'll just do some drone footage. Okay, so change of plan. I've been using my, while I've been on holiday, I've been using my other drone, which you can, it's below a certain weight and you can legally fly just about anywhere. This drone is a bit more professional, and you can't fly over other people or within 50 meters of them, which is why I use it out in the country and come out here. Unfortunately, while I've been away, there's been an update to it, and it won't fly. I need to recalibrate it, and to do that, I need the other control connected to my phone and a Wi-Fi signal. So, sadly, no drone shots today. But anyway, we'll make the best of it. I'll just go a bit further through the country, and then I'll switch off again and then go on the motorway. I always say it though, I just dread electric cars becoming mainstream. This update to the drone you can't use it, won't take off, won't do anything. So I'm pretty sure that'll happen to cars. There'll be a conflict, and you won't be able to use it until it's sorted out. Again, it's the same with these GoPros. That GoPro, not 12 months old, just decided it wouldn't switch on, and I've just had to switch all my cameras off again, take the battery out of that, leave it for a bit, put the battery back in, switch it on again. And again, you can imagine electric cars. I've never had to do that with a diesel engine. Never in a million years. And also, while I was on holiday, in your literature from, I was going to say Thompson's, it's TUI now, isn't it? And in all the literature it tells you you can't have lithium batteries in your suitcase that, you know, to go in the hold. If you have a lithium battery, you have to take it on board in your hand luggage. And as you're queuing up, the Thompson's rep, TUI rep is going up and down saying, you haven't got any lithium batteries in your bag, have you? You know, it's got to be in your hand luggage. You get to the counter to put your baggage in, and she asks you if you've got any lithium batteries, an iPad phone in your case, and then it's loaded onto the plane. Then as you're waiting to get on the plane, as you're waiting for boarding, there's announcements coming over the intercom. No lithium batteries. If you've got a lithium battery in your suitcase and it's gone in the hold, please make the cabin crew aware. So anyway, I've got, for my drone and my cameras, my camera batteries, I have a special bag, and it's kind of an explosive bag. So I put all my I put all my batteries and my drone and everything in this bag, and then seal it all up and put it in my hand luggage. So we're coming back from Croatia, we're on the runway at Dubrovnik, and somebody suddenly remembers they've got a mobile phone in the suitcase. So we're then delayed for 3/4 an hour while the cabin crew get this suitcase out of the hold, get the mobile phone out, and then eventually we take off. But the thing that worries me is these lithium batteries and a mobile phone. If a lithium battery and a mobile phone can bring a plane down, what's it going to do when you're sat on like 2,000, probably 3,000 of the same size? And what's it going to do when one of those goes up on the road or there's a crash? Get a diesel. Forget electric cars. They're soulless. They're awful. They just drive very, very fast and but nothing to them. No machinery, no connect really between the driver and the road, and changing gear and being, you know, matching your revs and letting your clutch out smooth if it's a manual you want, or just, you know, I don't believe we're moving towards electric cars. I just can't believe it. This is fantastic. You know, the engine's purring. That's all part of the driving experience, and making the engine make the noise that you want it to make while you're driving. You know, just setting it up, tapping the brake, just feathering the brake as you go into a corner, and swapping and accelerating out of the corner. And you know, these electric motors, that as soon as you take your foot off the accelerator, you start slowing down. It starts driving the motor backwards to harvest the energy. It's just awful. There's nothing better than going out for a drive and just getting every corner right, every gear change, accelerating out of a bend, and there's just no way an electric car can do that, in my opinion. I dare say there'll be a few of you in the comments that disagree with me, but you will be wrong. Just, this is a beautiful car. With great spec. And honestly, unless you come and see it, you won't believe how clean it is. It's just lovely. But the extended package on the dash there as well. It's if you look after this and keep it, I can't see it ever being worth too much less, if not going up, which they're doing at the moment. So I'll just show you there we go, just changing down. Not going too mad because, as I've said before, it's a wide car, and there are a lot of people with smaller cars who use this same road, who think their small car is a lot wider than it actually is and take up too much of the road. Like they say, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. Now when we get on the motorway, there's this particular junction of the motorway, there's a long sweeping bend, and you do see quite often people overtake because there's a left turn to go north, and then you sweep past, but you're going in the same direction, but it's to go south, and people accelerate to get past the people who are turning left, and then they're going too fast when they actually hit the bend, and you see the brake lights come on, and the car not exactly chattering, but they're kind of at the limit of their talents. Oh, I must switch the roundabout collision switch off. So I'll just show you this. I don't know whether to, let's just, so that's in sport. Comfort, sport, sport plus. And it's showing me that the car is being lowered there in sport plus. So we're really hunkered to the ground. You can feel it. It's a bit go-kartish, which is not the way I like to drive. But we'll just see. Yeah, Con is icy cold. Make sure the heated steering wheel's off. That was nice and toasty. Nice display there. Oh, the Bose speakers. Right. I'll do it on the motorway because, or should I? Well, I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. Let's just put. Right, so there we go. That's sound, media. The sound system's brilliant, and even getting back to my holidays, you know, there was a really good group on at the hotel. If you call them groups these days, I don't know what you call them. A band, a really good band on at the hotel. And they sung some records which aren't my taste at all, but I found myself shazamming them and then downloading them. Even those records sound good on here. Right, let's concentrate on this. So, look at this. how good, how good is this? So that's where everybody accelerates here, and then they end up going too fast here. Now I'm actually going to slow down because I'm going too fast. But so we'll go around here. Rumble strip all the way around. How fantastic is that? No steering input after the first one. Straight round and then onto the motorway. Let's just make sure. I'm doing 71 there, so 70. Switch the cruise on. Cruise on, push it away, doing 69 miles an hour. That's cruise on. Just click it away once more, that should take it to 70. And we're just accelerating slightly. The sat nav in the second dial across there is, well, that's showing me the speed limit of the road I'm on as well. So then if I go to map, let's just see if I can. 3 miles. There's nothing set, otherwise it'd be giving me directions over there. The centre is showing me the speed I'm doing. It's the rev counter. We're in 8th gear and we're doing 70 miles an hour at round about 1600 revs. Nice and quiet. Good feel to the car on the road, and you could double the speed easy. I'll put it back in comfort because, let's just click that. Oops, went too far. Comfort, so we're back in comfort. Car's going up. Not feeling as much bounce on the road. It's a noisy part of the motorway, that, and this is pretty quiet. It's nice smooth here. And if we move into the outside lane in a second to overtake this car, you'll hear it go noisy again. That's feels like you could stop quicker on this half of the motorway, but you'd rather be on that half. You've got your, let's just say, over the right hand side there, if I click that, that gives you the options of your controls for your sat nav. If I move it, it's telling me where we're going, what's on the playing on the audio system at the moment. Oh gosh, I just knocked it accidentally there. How many miles we've got to go. 175 mile fuel left before we have to fill up. The battery, what the battery's charging at, 13.3 volts. And I've no idea what that one is. The cruise is on, it's giving me the date, the time, the outside air temperature, 23 degrees. And over on the outside there, we've got a fuel gauge at the bottom, coolant temperature gauge. I think it's, I could be wrong actually. Yeah, coolant temperature gauge on the top right hand side. On the far left, we've got oil temperature and oil pressure. The speedo, which in Porsches is really naff. I'm actually going too fast, and I didn't mean to be. You just don't know you're moving. So I'll put the cruise back on again. If I click up, that should resume to 70. Yep, there we go. So Porsche speedos, they go up in increments of 25 miles an hour, which is, you know, you can't really tell when you're doing 30, and you can't really tell, you've not got a line when you're doing 70 over here, so far better going off the digital one in the rev counter. Moolah Milk there, just shaking all his yogurts up, having a bit of a tank slapper moment. Almost turning into another car. For some reason he's staying in the middle lane. In the front central armrest there, you've got a power socket, you've also got a USB, an auxiliary in. And that, the bit I was telling you before, the armrest here, the armrest, if you can see, I've put on a bit of weight on holiday. If you can see there, again, it's carried on onto the B pillar. Really, really well finished. A lot of thought gone into everything. All the controls, so nice. The one of the things on the spec sheet is colour-coded keys. I think they were £168, but I didn't mention it because I'd be too embarrassed to ask for a colour-coded key and then pay £168 extra for it. But Porsche owners. Nice thick steering wheel. Everything just falls to hand like so. 2/4 position. Your fingers at the back there. You can change using your fingers at the back, or your thumbs just drop nicely onto these little aluminium paddles there. Telephone controls. Answer and dink. Let's just go back to, that's giving you the ride time, distance, your phone. I mean, I can just imagine jumping in this and driving 1,000 miles and just no effort. At 70 miles an hour, it's really quiet. And that's the sport switch, so it holds it in gear longer. But we just want comfort. Nice sculpted seats. The electric operation there on the side. Again, nice, well, it feels like aluminium. Buttons. Indicators on the left, wipers on the right. Got rear wash wipe as well. Kind of Volvo, just oh. Could have moved out. No, brain dead. Having said that, I can't say too much about Volvos because Volvo UK are kind of lending me a Volvo V70 in a couple of weeks to test drive. I don't know which camera's just gone off there. It's great to be back. So we're just coming off the motorway now, and there's quite a good stretch of road which I like through the country, and I'm going to put it back onto sport suspension. There's just a little like chicane which I usually use to load the front wheels from side to side, just make sure there's no knocks on the suspension. But it's also a good test of the car's steering. Why would you brake? Just why? No judders from the brakes or anything. All the discs are all good. Just play with the paddle shift as well, going up this country lane, going too fast again. It's so smooth and quiet, you just don't know you're moving. There we go. So go on, I'll change it to PSM Sport. I'll put it in Sport as well, of the whole effect. So here we go. Make sure there's nothing just at the top here. There we go. And then, let's see, just flick right, left, right, left again. No creaks, no knocks, just lots of fun. So I'll finish the test drive there. Beautiful car. As I say, you advertise on Autotrader and eBay and all that lot, and you've got pictures. We try and go a little bit further than other people by doing a video and a test drive. But even that, and I shoot my videos in 4K, I try to do them as best as I can, and show you as much as possible. But even with 100 pictures, a 30-minute video, you still need to see this car yourself, because it's an eyeful. It's mint. So thanks for watching. It's great to be back off holiday, and I'll see you in the next video.